I'm not sure if you heard our discussion, Ambassador, but this idea that the administration could impose 20% tariffs on steel imports. Is that a good idea?
Not at all. I did not hear the discussion, but I think the administration ought to be quite wary of moving out and igniting retaliatory actions that are adverse to our economy. I know they believe that bilateral trade deficits are important, but that is an incorrect economic analysis. We really ought to look at our overall financial picture. You know, you have a deficit with your grocer, and you have a surplus with your firm that hires you, and you do not want to be obstructionist toward the people that you're buying goods from. We have a strong relationship with South Korea. I do think that the Korean Free Trade Agreement is a good agreement. I do think it should be enforced. That is, that the provisions should be enforced. But to slap a 20% tariff on all steel products coming in from South Korea does not make sense, does not comply with the treaty, and could be ignite every action.
And just to be clear, that report wasn't specifically about South Korea. It was about steel imports from places like China. That was actually something separate than the South Korea trade discussion. But we were bringing it up because Axios had a report, and it certainly got our attention and the attention on Wall Street today, and would have all sorts of, Mike, political and economic ripple effects for countries, not just including China, but around the world.
And who knows exactly if it's the cause, but of course the steel index today is up 1.5%. Sure. So the market at least thinking there's a possibility of some movement along that front. Ambassador, I assume that you don't really agree with this idea that the United States can go product category by product category to try to establish what it believes, what the administration believes would be more fairness, more reciprocal kind of agreements here that do help U.S. business. Is that not a productive avenue?
Well, my own view is they are purporting, as I understand it, to use our national security as a basis for applying tariffs on various products, steel, aluminum, etc., against various countries. And if they can establish a national security connection, which I doubt, then that's one thing. But we rarely have used 232. And I worry very much that where we begin to apply tariffs on products that come in from other countries under a national security basis, we will induce retaliation. We have been arguing against China using national security and anything other than economic considerations with respect to limiting our exports to them. We call it discrimination, and that we would begin this, I think, is quite dangerous.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.